anticipation?
Well, I think, to be honest, there's been a buzz all through last season, particularly from Christmas onwards. I don't think the buzz has gone away because of the journey we've been on to get back in the Premier League. And I think the town, the people I bump into when I'm up here are all thinking of the Premier League season and looking forward to it. And the players the same. There's a good thirst from the players, which is quite obvious through last season, to get back in the Premier League, and now we're here. So we welcome it gladly.
Yeah. And
well, we'll wait and see. I mean, the window will slowly draw in, or quickly as it happens now. We'll wait and see. We're flexible in our thinking. There's certain targets we've been after, and there's ones that have come to us later. There's ones that have been on for a while. And equally with our players, I mean, we're not planning on anyone going out the building unless, as you rightly said, unless we choose for that to happen. So we'll keep you posted. You'll be the first to know.
Yeah. That said, there have been a few players with clubs sniffing around them. Have you had to field the odd inquiry here and there?
No, we've made it clear the players are not for sale here unless we see fit, and we're in a strong position now as a football club, and we want to get stronger, of course. So we're certainly in the business of trying to acquire players, but certainly not lose our own.
Yeah. And from when you were last in the Premier League?
Yeah, I never thought of it like that. Well, the challenge of the Premier League is evident, but the challenge of football is evident, particularly in managerial terms. We all know the stats and how quickly managers change, and I'm probably approaching the top 10 now of longest serving, which in a business like football seems bizarre when I've only been here 3.5-ish, maybe just over years, but that is football life. So I never really thought about everyone else changing, but I'm still here digging in and seeing where we can take the club.
Yeah, and in terms of transfer fees as well, I mean, things have gone through the roof. Are you kind of balking at some of the numbers flying about these days?
Whether my opinion of them or not is high, low, or medium, the fact is that that's what's happening in the market. It's going north, and it doesn't seem to me like it's going to stop quickly. It's moved on from 2 years ago. Even last year we saw the numbers, not just at the top level, in the Championship as well. So it's only going one direction, and we have certain parameters to work under here, and it's very tough, and it is hard. But the chairman's out there trying to get the players that we deem appropriate for the club, and watch this space. Yeah, I mean, but you're right in the start of your question. The Premier League we found last time is a very tough league, no matter who you're playing. If you play one of the superpower clubs on their given day and they're hot, then it's really tough, and we've seen that many times. On the other hand, if you play well and there's a quieter period, which we showed a couple of years ago when we took some big points off of some of the big clubs, it's a topsy-turvy of football, and that's why we love it, of course, But there's no givens. There's no givens in any level of football. Let me make that clear. The Championship is a very, very tough division. But in the Premier League, there's certainly nothing you can take for granted. You've got to be on top of your game all of the time, and that's what we'll look to do, of course.
Yeah, and in terms
the obvious one, people kind of throw it around with the likes of ourselves about this concept of staying up, and you understand why, of course, but I don't think that's different for any team that gets promoted into the Premier League. I think their first port of call will be that thought and where they can go on top of that, and that's like ourselves. The main thing for me, I mentioned it 2 years ago, it's still relevant, is to be competitive in every game, because when you've got that competitive edge, it gives you a better chance of getting what you want, which is 3 points, and in the Premier League you've got to get enough for them to be in it to win it. So we'll see. I mean, we're pretty open-minded about the new season. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah. And I suppose...
Well, I think all they've done, they've made everyone more open-minded to the possibilities rather than the probabilities. Sorry. Probably, I think the superpowers will regain their foothold in the division, because they tend to most years. Possibly not, and that was the case last year when it was a strange kind of league in which Leicester took full advantage of and did a fantastic job in doing so. I think it'll be a bigger challenge for them this season. We're not really worried about everyone else's challenge. We're thinking of our own and what we can do. So we'll learn from their experiences, be open-minded, and look to be competitive in every game.
Yeah. Just lastly.
Well, I don't know about the first goal. I think his first job is to be in the team, and then once he's in the team, he can worry about the first goal. But no, I mean, it is right. He was coming in at the very end of the season. He'd had a tough time with an injury that was no fault to anyone's, including his own, of course, no fault to him. He'd done very well to get through it in its initial period, and then built on the back of that with a very strong season last season. So he's in good shape, both mentally and physically. But most of the players are, it's exciting for the lads who haven't played in it before, and then for the ones who have, they know the balance of it. They know the excitement, but they know that little bit of where you've got to be on your game all of the time. But they've been training really well, pre-season's going well. We're still looking to recruit and add. So, there's a lot of good things, I think, out there, and it's about going and taking them.